watching the regional championship on PTV. I'm David Kemp bringing you all the play-by-play here from the booth. And today, the Leavenworth Pioneers look to upset St. Thomas Aquinas, the private prep school. They just took out the Washington Wildcats 15-0. Pioneers come off a tough win over Pittsburgh. They trailed 4-0 going into the bottom of the sixth before they loaded up the bases for Carter Pro to be the hero once again, as he has been throughout the season. And now the Pioneers will look to continue their currently at a 5-game winning streak. They look to make that 6 straight against the defending 5A state champions. St. Thomas Aquinas playing host here. We are at Johnsey County Community College in Overland Park. Pioneers in the road grays, powder numbers. On the mound today for St. Thomas is Will Ray. The first pitch from William Ray is high, and we are underway here in Overland Park. Julian Simon at the plate. Count is even at 1-1. Although these two teams have similar records, as this next one comes in inside on the hands. Don't be fooled, though. St. Thomas Aquinas is definitely the favored team in this matchup. They've won back-to-back state titles. As the 2-1 to Simon is ripped out to left. To his right is Kitts. He will catch it about chest high, and the leadoff hitter is retired. One gone. Anthony Giamalva will step into the right-handed batter's box. The majority of St. Thomas Aquinas' losses have come in prep play against 6A schools, as that pitch is in there for a strike. Notable losses include to Blue Springs and Lee's Summit and Nixa, which are all 6A schools in Missouri. And then they've also lost to 6A Deer Creek, or they beat 6A Deer Creek, lost to Edmond Memorial, 6A schools in Oklahoma, along with dropping one to Lawrence Free State, a 6A school here in Kansas. So they definitely do play above their class, which is why they've fallen into our region. The 1-2 called strike 3. And Will Ray makes quick work of the top of the order. Frank Giamalva now with 2 gone quickly. The reason we're here and not at Lansing today is that on the last day of the season, while we played Bonner Springs, presumably to go and get that matchup with Lansing, as this one gets fouled back. On that same day, St. Thomas Aquinas dropped their final game of the year to Rockhurst, a 6A school in Missouri, 12-8, which completely messed up the entire bracket. High pop-up out to short. And calling him off is the left fielder. Sliding grab. Excellent job out there by Kitts. 1-2-3 go the Pioneers. You're watching the regional championship on PTV. Stewart, Goodwin, and Lincoln Boyle lead off the home first. Pioneers went 1-2-3. Frankie Giammalva trying to return the favor. He's got a 195 earned run average on the year. In his 6 starts, he's thrown 32 and a third innings and has held opponents to just a 1.052 whip. So he's done a good job at limiting base runners. Foul ball out there into the Overland Park sky. That one made it almost all the way to the soccer field. Giammalva had a rough outing against Baser Linwood. Really got plagued by some unearned runs and got knocked out of that game in just the 3rd inning. 0-2 now on Brady Stewart, committed to the University of South Carolina. That one gets fouled away, staying alive. Last time the Pioneers faced St. Thomas Aquinas, Lincoln Boyle, today's starting right fielder, was on the mound. That one gets foul tipped into the mask of Simon. Thankfully, he's okay. Lincoln Boyle, committed to the University of Arkansas, nearly no-hit the Pioneers. The only batter in our order to get a knock was the then freshman Oliver Rambo, who turned a 95-mile-an-hour fastball into a bloop single. The 0-2, fouled away. That game was just a year ago. St. Thomas Aquinas won it 9-0 to send the Pioneers home with a 13-15 record and a first-round exit in the regionals. Pioneers have advanced all the way to the regional championship here. Count moves to 1-2 after the Giammalva fastball missed high. 1-2. Outside. Giammalva and Simon have really enjoyed working together this year. The 4th-year seniors who have been with this program for their entire time at the school. High fly ball out to shallow center. Fryman camps under and he will catch it right above his brim for out number 1. With 1 gone, Henry Goodman gets his chance to bat. He's committed to Kansas City, Kansas Community College, taking the JUCO route before potentially getting the attention of some higher level schools. Simon and Giammalva, they've worked so well together that they've actually committed to the same school. They'll get to continue at the JUCO level at Colby Community College. Both of them committing there. 1-0. In there for a called strike. The real difference between the talent of these teams is the top level, as the 1-1 offering is just inside. Looked good from up here. Squeezing that inside part of the plate. If he's anything like the umpire behind the plate that we saw in the Pittsburgh game, it's a lot easier to get those calls away, down and away, than it is to pound a guy inside. Count is 2-2. That one gets fouled back. Goodwin fighting to stay alive. St. Thomas Aquinas just has 2 Division I commitments. Brady Stewart committed to South Carolina and Lincoln Boyle to Arkansas. As that one is a called strike 3 to retire Goodwin. 2 down. They also have a nice collection of community college guys. William Ray and James Forgey going to Cowley, Nick Sabers to Kirkwood, and Henry Goodwin to KCKCC. Pioneers don't have the top-level Division I talent, but they also have a plethora of guys who are going the same route as some of these STA grads. 1-0 offering is a called strike to even things up. We already talked about Giammalva and Simon, as that one is swung on and missed. But you've got Noah Davis going to Ottawa University out in Arizona, which I believe is a D3. And then Aaron Phillips going to St. Mary's for football. Pierce Gray and Gabe Fryman will be playing baseball over there at St. Mary's, right here at home in Leavenworth. This one gets flied out to right center. To his left is Fryman, and he will make the catch. Pioneers go down in order, and Frank Giammalva returns the favor to St. Thomas Aquinas. 1, 2, 3, go the Saints. Davis, Fryman, and Pro do up. Now, stepping into the left-handed batter's box is Noah Davis, number 17 for the Pioneers. He started the first game against Pittsburgh, made an appearance on the mound as well, got the win in that one out of the bullpen. But from the plate, he went 0 for 1, but he walked twice in 3 plate appearances and scored in the 6th on the Carter Pro triple. Fouled away there. And now the count moves to 0-2 quickly. Will Ray, the commitment to Cowley College, has been filling up the strike zone here. 0-2 offering is high, and Davis stays alive. I think the biggest factor of this ball game is if Frank Giammalva can get enough run support, because he's the kind of guy that could go deep into a ball game and limit St. Thomas Aquinas to just 1 or 2 runs. But when he comes out as the even offering, it's chops in fair territory, barehanded, throw on to first is high. The error over there at third allows Noah Davis to get aboard, and now the Pioneers have a base runner. Throwing error from Stewart. Definitely uncommon for a team as fundamentally sound as St. Thomas Aquinas. Took a while for him to get out of the box. I think Davis might have even fouled it off his foot, but was in fair territory. Umpires called it in play, and the Pioneers will gladly take that free base runner. Fryman in the batter's box now. In the first game, he went 0 for 3, or 0 for 2. He walked in his 3rd plate appearance. Pioneers, despite winning in convincing fashion, were no hit through the first 5 innings against Pittsburgh. As this one inside almost hit him. The real dagger in that game was a 6-run 6th inning, as the wheels kind of just fell off for the Dragons staff. 2-1. Swung on, out to right center. Camping out there under it and making the grab is Costello. And just like that, there's one away. Carter Pro, who played the hero in the afternoon game. He went 1 for 3, but that one hit that is on the scorecard was more important than anything that he didn't put in play. 3 RBI triple. This one gets into the gap, but it has a little bit too much backspin, and it hangs up there long enough for Costello to make another catch to his left. 2 gone, and now Devin Kuhn steps up to the box. Devin Kuntz, his home road splits are kind of interesting. He's actually batting .333 on the road compared to just a .200 mark in their home ballpark. It's definitely rare, to say the least, to see someone hit better when he's not on his home soil. Maybe just a little bit less pressure on him. But I think now there's just as much pressure as there would be in any other home game right now. 0-1 pitch misses up and in to even things up against the assistant principal's son. Davis taking his lead with 2 out. Check down to first. Not in time. Pioneers are definitely grateful not to be facing Lincoln Boyle today. He likely would be scheduled to start, again, committed to Arkansas last year as a junior, as a pitcher. He definitely lights up the radar gun. But a season-ending injury all the way back in March has kept him off the mound. He's still playing out in the field, but hasn't worked his way up yet to take the mound yet. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Davin Kuntz. Win and you go to Wichita, lose and it's over. That one's outside to bring things full. Pioneers, again, this senior class, the winningest in school history. And wouldn't it be the cherry on top for this team to be the first one in their 4 years to make the state title run? Called strike 3 on Davin Kuntz will retire the side. Pioneers get just the 1 base runner on the error. No runs on no hits, 1 error. We go to the home second. Frank Giammalva back out there for a second inning of work. He set down the Saints 1-2-3 in the home first. Now the starting pitcher, number 7, William Ray, gets into that right-handed box. First offering from Giammalva in the opposite batter's box, and the count moves to 1-0. Saints come into this one with the navy blue tops, home white pants. They are playing as the host team. For those of you watching that may have been keeping up with this team before we got to the postseason, you might be wondering why we're not at Lansing right now. Last day of the season loss to Rockhurst dropped St. Thomas Aquinas to the 4 seed, meaning that Lansing moved up, got a whole new division. The 3-0 misses outside, caught the outside corner, a late call by the umpire. Delayed strike one keeps the at-bat alive, but this one misses outside. And although Giammalva prolonged his fate for one batter, William Ray does end up getting the base on balls. Number 37 on St. Thomas Aquinas. Courtesy runner now. Filling in for their pitcher, just trying to save his legs. Renz takes his lead on first. At the plate is Owen Kitts. Giammalva giving Renz a look. He'll come home with it. Showing bunt, gets it down. Noah Davis thinks about second. He'll just take the easy out. And just like that, there's one gone, but a runner advances to scoring position. "5-3" put out on the sacrifice bunt. And now Jackson McDonald, the starting first baseman, gets into the box. So far, only one regional in the books in Eastern Keisha. As Giammalva comes home. Ball one. St. James Academy took the championship 2-1 over Piper to advance to Wichita. Baser, Linwood, and Bonner Springs also eliminated out of Regional 3. Regional 1 and 2 are Regional 1 and 4 are taking place tonight, with those games having later start times. We'll keep you posted as they go along. Count is even on McDonald. The 1-1 popped up into the netting behind home plate. Over in Lansing, the Lions are beating Sumner Academy 6-0 right now. I'm sitting here wishing that was us. But if the Pioneers could get a win here tonight, that would be historic. They have never taken out St. Thomas Aquinas. Last year they were beaten 9-0. And now they've got a chance to get payback against the back-to-back state champions. 2-2. Swung on. Line drive out to right center. That one will get down for extra bases. Coming home to score is William Ray. McDonald around second. He wants 3. Anthony Giammalva. The relay is not in time. RBI triple gets the Saints on the board. Jackson McDonald works out of a 2-strike count to bring home his pitcher. And just like that, St. Thomas Aquinas leads it 1-0. James Forgy looking to follow up McDonald. Getting into the batter's box now. First offering. Swung on dribbler. And it will roll foul. Over in the Western Conference, we already have 3 rounds in the books. Regional 1, Salina Central coming out of that one. They actually beat Topeka Seaman 2-0 in the final. That's a team we're familiar with that we will not have to see again. Bishop Carroll came out of Regional 2. Out of Regional 3 was Capon Carmel, with Regional 4 still to be determined. 0-2 now. Runner 90 feet away of making this a 2-run ball game. Giammalva hunting for that strikeout. Pitch, swing, and a miss. He had him hacking at nothing but air as Forgy gets sent down via the swinging strike 3. That is Giammalva's second of the ball game. He's done such a good job at limiting base runners, and part of that has been his walk to strikeout rate. He has surrendered 15 walks on the year, compared to 48 strikeouts now after that. He is striking out over 3 batters for every walk he's allowed. That is definitely a recipe for success. 1 ball and no strikes now on Jet Wood. Swing and a miss to Wood. Next one. Misses for ball 2. Two-one to the third baseman. Called for a strike. Giammalva surrendered the 1, trying to work out a traffic here and strand McDonald at third. Count is even. From the stretch, missed outside to make things full with the 9-hole hitter on deck. Tommy Costello taking his last hacks. Giammalva would like to wait and see him until the next inning. Here he comes. Foul ball. And we'll run it back. St. Thomas Aquinas has definitely been running up the pitch count of Frankie Giammalva. In an elimination game like this, with the state championship still over a week away. 3-2. And in the dirt for ball 4. For pitching coach Jackson Thamer, it's going to be all hands on deck. As soon as Frank Giammalva starts showing signs of fatigue, which looks like might already be setting in, you know Bodie and the rest of that staff is going to be going to the bullpen. We did see Shoemaker and Pro for an inning and 2/3 of an inning, briefly, but the rest of that pen is fully stocked. First pitch is in there for a strike to the 9-hole hitter, Costello. Today, Giammalva has walked 2 to his 2 strikeouts. The last walk being the leadoff to start the inning, right before the Jet Wood walk. And that ended up hurting him with the Jackson McDonald triple bringing him home. The last thing you want in a game like this is for those free base runners to turn into free runs. Wind continues to blow. Pretty sunny when we got here around lunchtime, but overcast skies now, 66 degrees. Runner goes, Simon, throw down, is not in time. In there ahead of the tag is Jet Wood, and now the Saints have 2 in scoring position. But a 1-2 count to Costello. Tommy Costello at the dish. Brady Stewart, the U of SC commit, waits on deck. 1-2. High pop-up. Davis into foul ground, and he will make the catch about 3 or 4 feet shy of the railing. So 1 comes home on the RBI triple, but Giammalva strands 2. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 2 runners left on. We go to the top of the 3rd. Yeah, I hate the... A date with Wichita hangs in the balance, and Aaron Phillips will try to get the Pioneers back into this one, trailing 1-0. As that one is inside for ball one. William Ray has held the Pioneers hitless so far, the lone base runner coming on the E5, allowing Noah Davis to reach in the second. Phillips batting out of the 8th spot, and he's got a good eye for that strike zone. 2-0 right now. This one gets popped up, chopped high on the ground, and the shovel pass to McDonald at first will retire a Philly. One gone. Mason Shoemaker now. He was the man who started the rally in the 6th inning, leaded it off in a 4-0 ball game, and worked a full count walk before Simon and the Giammalva brothers got on board behind him, and eventually Carter Pro gave the Pioneers the win. No balls and 1 strike. Now would be a good time for Shoemaker to get a rally going right now, as the Pioneers have done very little with the bat in their hands so far. The 1-1 to Shoemaker is lasered to the opposite field, foul. He put a shock into that one, but couldn't get his timing quite right. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Ray hunting for that 3rd punch out. Calling time is Shoemaker to catch his breath. It's his first look at Ray. Once the lineup card flips over, Simon, who made contact in his last debut, will get a chance. Outfield playing shallow. 1-2 pitches, line the opposite field again. This one at least stayed on the playing field. So Shoemaker showing a little bit of progress of getting his timing right. Count is 1-2 on Shoemaker. Taking some more time. Oliver Rambo over there, hustling like the courtesy runner in that first ball game. He got thrown out at the plate, but here he secures the ball safely. Shoemaker grounder to second. The pick on about 2 or 3 bounces is thrown over to McDonald at first, and just like that, Shoemaker is retired. 2 gone. Lineup card flips over. Julian Simon gets a chance to bat. No balls and no strikes. The first offering from Ray. Called strike 1 on that outside corner. Next one is low, outside, but a little bit too far below the strike zone to suit his fancy. 1-1. Another one on the outside part of the plate. You gotta wonder if he's gonna come in and try to jam him here. Simon has his eyes shifted. He has not taken the bat off his shoulder yet. The 1-2, Ray was walking off the mound. He was convinced he had the punch out there. He'll get back out there on the hill. Count is even to Simon. Right over the plate for strike 3. 3 up, 3 down goes Leavenworth. We go to the home third. St. Thomas Aquinas 3, Aquinas leads it 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. Stewart leading things off. He flew out to center in his last AB. Second look at Giamalva. First pitch to him is high. 1-0. As this one gets skied up there, Fryman takes a few steps. Diving catch there as he glid into that ball. Had it timed up perfectly and goes down to the turf with an excellent web jump. One gone. Henry Goodwin now. He struck out looking in his last AB. First pitch to Goodwin. Comes over the plate for strike one. Interesting spot for him to hit. Goodwin, the JUCO commit to KCCC, batting in between two Division I commitments, with Stewart going to the University of South Carolina and Boyle committed to Arkansas. Count is 2-1 now, as Giamalva looked like he lost his grip there, just kind of spiked one in there. 3-1 now. Hitters count for Goodwin. Gotta wonder if he'll get the green light from the dugout. That one off the outside corner. Ball 4, as that is Giamalva's third on the day. Lincoln Boyle now getting a chance to bat. He hit one almost to the warning track in his last at-bat. Frank Giamalva. Check down to first, not in time. On the hill now. From the stretch, another one in there for a strike. Johnson County Community College, where we're playing this ball game. Home of the Cavaliers. They've won 3 national championships in a row, so this is the premier JUCO destination. The 0-1 pitch catches the zone for a strike. Lights get even brighter if we can survive this matchup, though, with the Wichita State Shockers playing host to the 5A state championship. Pioneers are just 4 wins away from the first state title in team history. 0-2 now to the Arkansas commit. Foul ball. Waiting on deck is William Ray, hoping to give himself some of his own run support. 0-2 now. Giamalva takes a look at the runner at first. Gets set on that far left side of the rubber. The offering hit right back at him. 1-6-3 in time. Double play turned by Giamalva as he gets the relay from Dunlap sent to Aaron Phillips with plenty of time. Pioneers escape the jam. No runs on no hits. The walk is left on. Giamalva faces the minimum. We go to top 4. Anthony Giammalva now. Number 24 will help with the quest to dethrone the Saints. Wood over there at third, playing all the way on the infield grass. 0-1 called, first strike. Definitely trying to keep anything soft off the bat in front of him. High pop-up. Calling off his infield is Stewart, and he will make the chest-high catch. One gone. One gone. And now number 23 for Leavenworth. Frank Giammalva will step up to the plate. He hit a fly ball out to left in his last AB. Second look at Ray starts with a pitch outside for ball one. Davis waits on deck, the lone base runner so far. Giammalva out to short. Gathers, throw on to first in plenty of time. There are now two down. Noah Davis on that left side of the plate. Probably the best matchup we have against Ray. He's got that power in him too. Most recent Jack was against Topeka West. High pop-up onto the soccer pitch. That one nearly took out a couple kids. 0-1 now. Davis played the hero in the first weekend of the season against Hayesville campus in the Wichita Air Capital Classic. He's trying to send the Pioneers back to Wichita to end the season. With the power we have in the middle of this order, Leavenworth is one swing away from tying up this game. 2-1. Swung on into the netting. Foul ball. Count is even on Davis, but he has not swung on and missed yet. Making solid contact against Ray, seeing the ball well out of the hands. The 2-2 inside. And now the count is full on Leavenworth's third baseman. Ray with the payoff. Swung on. And another one in foul ground. Just out of the reach of Jeff Wood as it falls out of play. Rolls a few feet down the hill. Davis, after fouling off 3 pitches, just waiting to break out. Ray shakes off the first offering. This one, he will deliver, and it gets fouled off again. He and his catcher, James Forgy, trying to figure something out, as this battery has not found the recipe to retire Davis. 2-2. Up and away for ball 4. Excuse me, the 3-2 is up and away for ball 4. Kind folks here at Johnson County didn't update the center field scoreboard, so. But we have a runner aboard as Ray walks Davis with 2 gone. Davis has reached in each of his plate appearances so far, which is more than anyone else on the team can say. Fryman, liner out to left, hangs up there just long enough for Owen Kitts to get under it, and that will retire the side. Ray, Kitts, and McDonald due up. St. Thomas Aquinas leads it 1-0. Will Ray gets things started, and St. Thomas Aquinas' turn to bat in the fourth. Giammalva still looking strong on the hill as that first one is hacked at and missed. He walked and came home to score in the second. That's the lone run on the board for St. Thomas Aquinas so far. The 1-1 offering to Ray. Another big cut. Got nothing on that one. Back-to-back whiffs. He's having a hard time seeing that fastball out of the hand of Giammalva. This one gets popped up. Should be a routine out for Fryman as he makes the catch there at his eye level. One gone. Ray is retired. Owen Kitts now getting a chance to bat from the left side. Kitts sporting that number 19 jersey for the boys in the Navy. Navy blue color, that is. They're not drafted in the military yet. 1-0. Foul ball. Kitts laid down the sacrifice bunt to put William Ray in scoring position. Little bit of small ball from the Saints. Clearly it worked, because that runner from second would come home to score. Fly ball out to right, just out of the reach of Carter Pro. Throw into Giammalva, who will cut it off. The 1-out double puts a runner aboard. With with one gone and a runner on second, Jackson McDonald steps into the box. Pioneers just focused on winning this ball game. The other one we're paying attention to, though, Lansing and Sumner Academy. Lansing leads that one 6-0. They're threatening for more with Bryce Fullen at the plate in bottom three. Giammalva towing the rubber. DeSoto currently leads Harmon 7-0. Shawnee Heights will be playing later tonight. Called strike. First pitch to McDonald. Oh, and 1. Calling time is McDonald. Insurance run at second. Definitely one that would be nice to get if you're the Saints. One run is something that the Pioneers could easily overcome with a couple back-to-back extra base hits, or even just working the count some and finding gaps with runners aboard. If St. Thomas Aquinas could get that second run, it could turn this molehill of a deficit into a mountain. 1-2 on the first baseman. Jackson McDonald stays alive. 2-strike foul ball. James Forgy waits on deck. High leg kick, fouled back. Jackson McDonald doing everything he can to keep the at-bat alive. Giammalva, after running into some walk trouble early, has really done a good job at finding that strike zone. Looking to find it again here. 1-2. High fly ball out to right. Pro is under it. Tagging at second, but staying put is Kitts. 2 down. James Forgy will get a chance to bat. Number 6, he's starting the day behind the plate. He's definitely called a nice game, as the Pioneers have not gotten a hit yet. So whatever pitches he's giving to his boy Will Ray, they clearly have been working. First offering to Forgy as Giammalva gets set, takes a quick checkup on the runner at second. Pick down is not in time. Back in there well ahead of the tag was Kitts. Jet Wood, the third baseman, waits on deck. Pitch. Just high. Looked a little bit above the letters. Umpire said it didn't quite get that upper half. 1-0 now. As another one gets fouled away. .5:15 local time. This game has been moving right along. We're already over halfway done. Swing and a miss. As Forgy couldn't come up with it, and now Giammalva is one strike away from getting out of the inning. Trying to strand Kitts at second. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. High pop up. That one will get into foul territory beyond the bleachers. One and two now. Giammalva's just not been able to find that put-away pitch to any of these guys. Feels like St. Thomas Aquinas has done a phenomenal job of just hanging in there, battling and battling. But Giammalva wants to put in the dagger right here. 1-2. Liner out to right, and it will fall into the glove of Carter Pro. The double is all that the doctor wrote for St. Thomas Aquinas. The Pioneers head into the top of the 5th, trailing 1-0. Number 21, Carter Pro. Into the batter's box now. Hero in game 1. Really has played the role of the hero all season. Coming in when the Pioneers are in danger and saving the day. But now they definitely need their day saved. He just hit his first high school home run just last Friday at home against Bonner Springs, as that one is in there for strike 1. So he definitely has felt pretty comfortable. It's been one wild ride of a week for Carter Pro. That one gets fouled off. Pioneers are on a 5-game winning streak. They won 4 straight to close out the regular season. And then he homers for the first time on Friday, comes into the first round of regional playoffs as that one gets grounded out to second. Throw is in there in time. But then in the regional playoffs, hitting the go-ahead triple and then getting his first playoff save. Pro retired for the first out of the inning, and now number 5, the lefty, Davin Kuntz. Kuntz stepping in there. Offering from Ray, fouled away. Kuntz has really struggled today. He struck out in his first at-bat of the day. He is 0 for 4 when you combine his stats today with the Pittsburgh game from noon. 0-1 offering is in there. No balls and 2 strikes on the Leavenworth designated hitter. Calling time, trying to gather his thoughts. Pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. They're going to say that he caught it. So the not dropped third strike retires Kuntz. He struck out twice now. 2 gone with Aaron Phillips up to bat. He chopped one right back to the pitcher in his first AB. He's getting the signs from Bodie now. Doing a little bit of game planning. Looking for his pitch to hit. Pioneers definitely looking better in this one than they did last year. Through 4, just the 1 run surrendered, following the walk and the triple. Last year, the 9-0 defeat eliminated them from playoff contention. First pitch to Phillips swung on and missed. Pioneers definitely still feel in it. Will Ray has just been shoving on the mound, though. Breaking ball. In there for strike 2. Pioneers have thrived in close games so far this season. This one gets grounded out to first. Picked up after 2 hops by McDonald for out number 3. We go to the bottom half of inning number 5. Leavenworth still trailing 1-0. Jet Wood will start off the home 5th. He was left in the on-deck circle after the line out in the bottom of the 4th. 1 ball and no strikes. It always stinks to be left in the on-deck circle when you have a runner in scoring position. James Forgy hit one on a line out to Carter Pro. Pioneers are grateful that it was right at him. 2-1 ball game, or 2 balls and 1 strike is the count. 0-1 ball game in bottom 5. Outside for strike 2. Giammalva has pitched an incredible ball game against the defending state champions back-to-back years. And I'm sure not just this fan base would go insane, but the whole UKC would be grateful to the Pioneers for slaying the Giants. 3-2. High pop up. Fryman is under it, calling off his outfield. Cap falls off as he makes the catch. He's definitely always had a size 1 too big for his head, as Wood is retired. Tommy Costello flew out, or popped out, to Davis. Didn't put clean contact on it at all in his last AB. First pitch to him is sky high, and it will fall into the net. Good catch by Simon, but dead ball as it came in contact. Oh and 1. Stewart waits on deck. Outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. One's outside. Grounder. Davis getting a workout over there. It feels like every single time Costello's at the plate, he's just always running back and forth, shagging balls. That one was in foul territory, though, and not in the air. And so he gets another shot at it. The 2-2. Outside. Making things full. Giammalva looking to put away the center fielder. The payoff. High pop will fall just beyond the home bullpen. Costello will run it back. The 3-2 offering is watched for strike 3. Frank Giammalva gets that backwards K, and now Brady Stewart will come up to the plate. Frank Giammalva getting his 3rd dose of this St. Thomas Aquinas lineup. First pitch is outside for a ball. Aside from that one real blemish coming in the 2nd inning, Frank Giammalva has looked nearly flawless today. He's set down 4 straight. He's only surrendered 2 base hits. That whip is looking even more microscopic now. Already coming into this game with just 1 base runner allowed per inning pitched. Two and 2 now to Brady Stewart, committed to the University of South Carolina. Liner out to Fryman. He takes 1 or 2 steps back, comes in on it, and that will be out number 3. Pioneers still trail 1-0. We go to the 6th. Shoemaker, Simon, Giammalva due up. Mason Shoemaker now gets things started for the Pioneers. Still yet to record a hit, but phenomenal pitching on the other side has kept Leavenworth in it. 1-0 ball game. Shoemaker trying to time it up. He was the leadoff hitter in the 6th inning against Pittsburgh. Going into the 6th inning, they were trailing 4-0, and without a hit. This is starting to feel eerily similar. Count moves to 3-1 as Shoemaker watches one go by. And Leavenworth starting to get some deja vu, hoping for a walk. Called strike 2. Full count. Shoemaker just trying to get aboard any way he can. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him as Shoemaker goes down swinging for out number 1. Top of the order now. And if the Pioneers are going to get it done, this might be their best shot left. Julian Simon. He is 0 for 2 on the day. He only has reached a base twice. If you go back to the Pittsburgh series, he singled and walked in the 6th inning of that game. 1-1 on Simon, starting catcher for the Pioneers. High. Fly ball on the infield. Calling off his teammates is McDonald, and Simon is retired for the 3rd time in this ballgame. With 2 gone, Anthony Giamalva, starting second baseman number 2-4, gets a chance to swing it. Pitch. Called strike to Giamalva has the count at 0-1. Saints pitcher Ray has been dealing. Grounder to third. Throw is in time, and the Pioneers have one chance left to save their season. First, the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints are due up. Carter Pro on the mound. That will close the line on Frankie Giamalva. 5 innings pitched with just the 1 earned run. Unfortunately, he is in line for the loss if the bats can't get things going. Pro had the save against Pittsburgh. No save opportunity for him here. But if he pitches a solid top or bottom of the 6th, then he would earn the win if Leavenworth could come back into it. Outside. The team's home run leaders, Frank Giammalva and Noah Davis, are due up to start the inning, with Gabe Fryman, the team's batting average leader, the potential last hope. All that would need to happen to keep this game alive would be a Giammalva or Davis base hit, and then Fryman could potentially bring him in. Ball 4 will start the inning off with Henry Goodwin reaching, and that sets the table for Lincoln Boyle, who could potentially put the nail in the coffin and end it here. Boyle has been neutralized mostly today. As we've brought up a few times, he's committed to Arkansas, one of a pair of Division I commitments from St. Thomas Aquinas. Carter Pro takes a check on the runner, with Goodwin sandwiched in between them. He's actually put up more production than Stewart and Boyle. 0-1. Runner on first. Foul ball into the netting. Pro trying to make quick work of him here. Pro, no commitments yet. Only a junior. But out of the bullpen, he has been an elite arm for Bodie. Another one fouled back. Count is 0-2 now on Lincoln Boyle. Goodwin leading off first. The pitch just a bit low. Nearly had him locked up for strike 3 looking. But umpire awarding Boyle's good eye. 1-2. Another foul ball into the netting. Lincoln Boyle just won't go down. One, two. The pitch. High fly ball out to left. Back at the track and making the catch just shy of the wall is Gabe Fryman. Fryman moved out to left on the defensive replacement. Just an update. Fryman's in left, Shoemaker in right, Pierce Gray in the game in center field, with Frank Giammalva remaining in the game at short. For those of you confused at why fly ball to the left fielder would be to Gabe Fryman. Pro has one job, to keep this score right where it is. And he's done just that so far. 0-1 now on Will Ray. Going to Cowley College. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, and Pro just continues to light up the radar gun and pump these fastballs right by him. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout for Carter Pro as he sets down Ray. Owen Kitts will step up to the box with 2 gone. The Pioneers have the heart of the order coming up, 3, 4, 5. It's worth noting that Noah Davis hasn't recorded an out yet. Reached on an error and reached on a walk. Throw down to second on the stolen base attempt. In there safely. Bodie, a little bit fired up. He's taken a few steps out of the dugout. He'll go back in there. Now, St. Thomas Aquinas has a runner in scoring position. 0-1 on Kitts. Outside. Evens things up. 1-1. Kitts doubled in his last AB. Liner out to left, and it will fall in fair territory for extra bases. Gabe Fryman sends it in. Throw is cut off, and the RBI triple makes it a 2-run ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. Massive insurance run for St. Thomas Aquinas. RBI triple has really punished Carter Pro for that leadoff walk. Pioneers still very much in this ball game, but that is definitely something painful to watch. First pitch to McDonald in their first strike. Again, we mentioned it earlier. In a game where you're being no hit, you still feel like you can claw your way back into it if you're down by 1. This one gets grounded out to short. And the Pioneers will enter the top of the 7th, trailing 2-0. Due up, Frank Giamalva, Noah Davis, Gabe Fryman trying to save the Pioneers' season. St. Thomas Aquinas with the insurance run in the in the bottom of the 6th brings us into the top of the 7th. They are 3 outs away from punching their ticket to Wichita. Leavenworth 3 outs away from going home disappointed. Heart of the order coming up though, as Frank Giamalva sends one out to third, and the 1-0 pitch gets a ground out. Pioneers are 2 outs away. 5-3 put out. Noah Davis has reached base twice on the error and the walk. Leavenworth is being no hit as Ray has stayed in the ballgame from start to finish. Leavenworth has had no answer for him. First pitch to Davis is high. 1-0 to 1-7. The pitch inside almost hit him. 2-0 now. That one's inside. And the Pioneers would love to get the 1-out walk and bring up Fryman and then potentially Carter Pro in a high-pressure scenario, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Barring a double play ball, Carter Pro, who we've been calling Mr. Clutch all season, will get another at-bat. But for now, it's Gabe Fryman tasked with passing the baton. He's put the bat to the ball, yet to strike out today in either game, actually. Just has gotten unlucky with his contact. First pitch to Fryman. That one, are they going to say it hit him? No, it did not. Taking second on the wild pitch, Fryman able to get out of the way. And now the Pioneers have a runner in scoring position, but all that matters is that man at the plate. The tying run at the dish. Pitch is low to make things 2-0. And it looks like Will Ray might be starting to run out of gas. Don't want to jinx it. Nobody warming up in the Aquinas bullpen. The pitch in there for a strike. Fryman keeping the bat on his shoulder. The last thing you want to do is put a ball in play that is weak contact that could potentially get you doubled up. Inside on Fryman. 3-1. That stolen base from Davis really helps, though, because it puts a runner in scoring position and removes the imminent double play threat aside from a fast line drive. The 3-1 swung on right back up the middle off the glove of the pitcher. Getting to first in time is Fryman, and now the Pioneers are at the corners. And wouldn't you know it, but Carter Pro in a chance to tie this game up. Leavenworth has the tying runner at first. Go ahead run at the plate on the infield single from Gabe Fryman. Runners are at the corners with one gone. Pro at the plate, Kuntz on deck. Fryman's got to come home. First pitch outside. If Pro could somehow get aboard, he represents that ticket to Wichita. The 1-0. Right over the plate. Got that outside corner. Count is 1-1 on the Leavenworth starting right fielder. Next one, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And now the count is 1-2 on Pro. Both runners will take their leads. The pitch swung on out to center. This should score one. Coming home and crossing the plate is Noah Davis. And that just makes the RBI triple sting that much more from the last inning. Game would be tied right now, but the Aquinas insurance run coming in the clutch. And now the bat is in the hands with Davin Kuntz. He is 0 for 2, trying to avoid the hat trick here. Tying run at first. Potential winning run at the plate. First offering. Swung on, out to right field, and it will get into the glove of Lincoln Boyle. St. Thomas Aquinas finishes things off here. Pioneers get a little bit of a rally going in the 7th, but that will do it on this ball game and the season. On behalf of everyone here at Leavenworth, the baseball team, excellent season. Final record 18-10, winningest senior class in Leavenworth history. It has been such a pleasure to come out here to the ballpark every single day, call these ball games on behalf of all my color commentators from basketball and baseball. James Burns, Ellie Lovejoy, Mason Bentley, Terry Matthew, Brennan Spalding, and everyone else who I worked with, and especially our production engineer, Heather Waters, my teacher in sports broadcasting all year. I'm David Kemp, signing off for the last time. Your final score, St. Thomas Aquinas 2, Leavenworth 1.